So far this season, Leicester City have been crying out for some creative spark in midfield. So could Moroccan sensation Bilal El Khannouss be the answer? Well, at just 20 years old, the Moroccan attacking talent has been tipped to go far in the game. Starting his journey at Genk's illustrious academy, he now follows in the footsteps of Kevin De Bruyne, Leandro Trossard and Thibaut Courtois after making his £20 million move to the Premier League. Not a bad list. Described as one of the best players in the Belgium top flight, it's fair to say there's a lot to be excited about. And here's why. Now, typically, Bilal El Khannouss likes to play in that creative number 10 spot in midfield, but can also be deployed as that number 8 spot a bit further back. If you cast your minds back, it's kind of similar to the Yuri Tillemans role, which he played at Leicester a few years back. As you can see here from his time at Genk, Bilal El Khannouss is in a very deep position in that midfielder spot, in that number 8 position. On this occasion, he finds a perfect ball to the right-hand side to the overlapping fullback, or it could be the winger. In this case for Leicester, we could have someone like Abdel Fattah out wide there, who's obviously very good in 1v1 situations, and I think this is what Leicester have been lacking so far this season. On this occasion, he's on the left-hand side of midfield, very deep once again. This time plays the ball more centrally in behind towards the striker, and if you apply that to Leicester, it could be someone like Vardy who runs in behind with someone dropping deep like Bilal El Khannouss to make that space. At just 20 years old, it's very impressive for a midfielder player to be able to be so adaptable in terms of his positions. Now, this is due to his tactical ability on and off the ball, and of course his technical ability to find them balls in behind and work well in tight areas. In terms of playing that more advanced creative role midfield, as you can see here, the opposition against Genk are very much sat within their own box. El Khannouss finds the pass in behind to break the lines and split open the defence. And at times this season, this will be the case for Leicester. Obviously, when we're playing teams like Man City, they're not going to be camped in their own box. But against the teams around us, it's very key to have players who can make that final pass in the final third and lead to goal-scoring chances. It's also important to look at the defensive side of the game. And like I said, when Leicester are playing teams like Manchester City, there's going to be more defending than more attacking. And as you can see from this screenshot here, El Khannouss is tracking back from that more number 8 spot in midfield, and obviously this situation, Genk are going against a counter-attack from the opposition. And under someone like Steve Cooper, the defensive ability and attitudes is just as important as going forward. And of course, this season for Leicester, it's going to be tough. We're going to have to dig deep at times, and we need players who are committed both going forward and also going back. This versatility in midfield is only going to be a benefit towards Leicester City this season, but it could cause Steve Cooper some unwanted headaches. Of course, Leicester have also signed attacking talent Facundo Buonanotte from Brighton on a season-long loan deal. So hey, how on earth does Steve Cooper put in El Khannouss, Facundo Buonanotte, Harry Winks, Skip and Diddy all into that same midfield? So in my opinion, there is some potential to see Bilal El Khannouss playing a more number 8 spot midfield, but also being that creative player alongside Facundo Buonanotte. So how can he fit into the Leicester City system? Now, I'm going to focus on the number 10 position particularly. This is a screenshot from the Aston Villa game. Of course, as you can see, you got Vardy and Wilfred Ndidi as the kind of leading press to it, and a flat midfield four for Taru, Winks, Skip and Jordan Ayew in that pressing structure, basically a 4-4-2. So for me, is Ndidi really the man to be that second press kind of alongside Vardy and leading the press? I don't think so. Obviously, Ndidi's defensive abilities are good, but if Leicester can win the ball back quick, is Ndidi the right man to really find that final pass? I really don't think so. I think El Khannouss alongside Vardy in the structure could be very good for Leicester, and of course you've got the foundations in the likes of Skip and Harry Winks sitting behind them. The flip side of this, Leicester going forward this season, I think this image tells you quite a lot. As you can see, you've got Harry Winks on the ball, you've got Skip next to him, but looking forward, you haven't really got too many options. And in this case, Ndidi does drop deep and picks up the ball. But in my opinion, someone like El Khannouss, someone like Buonanotte is going to have that tactical knowledge to kind of drop between the lines a bit better, find the space and look to get Leicester on going forward a bit quicker. And simply, the ability to find them spaces between the lines and pick up good positions is going to help Leicester not only get forward, but also just to kind of control things, just relax things, when the pressure's on, when teams are high pressing Leicester. Someone who can drop deep, who's comfortable on the ball, who's got the technical ability to turn, to find the quick pass to get Leicester out of trouble. It's exactly what we need. So many times this season we've seen Leicester lose the ball, particularly when Wilfred Ndidi is playing in that more advanced role. The ball doesn't stick and Leicester lose the ball when we are in good positions. Now, this isn't a dig on Wilfred Ndidi because it's not really his natural position, and I don't think any of us really expect Wilfred Ndidi to be very comfortable on the ball in them attacking areas. Once again, as you can see from this image, there's a gaping hole in that midfielder area. Jordan Ayew's on the ball for Leicester, doesn't really have a simple pass on. If we had someone like El Khannouss or Facundo Buonanotte in that more central role to get on the ball, this could have worked out to be quite a good situation for Leicester. To simply put it, there's just not enough movement. As you can see here, Caleb Okoli's on the ball. In the end, he does take a decent shot towards Martinez, but you got Ayew, Vardy and Diddy, Skip, all in that kind of area, and none of them are really making particular movements apart from Fatawu at the back post. This is why I think it's so important to get someone like Bilal El Khannouss into this side, get him on the ball and start creating some attacking areas, because yes, we've scored goals so far this season, but we still need to get that first 3 points, and with easy games on the horizon after the international break, Leicester need to hit the ground running, and that starts Saturday against Crystal Palace. To back this up with some stats, and I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but Bilal El Khannouss had the second highest expected assist figure of any player in the Belgian Pro League last season at 8.65. The Moroccan international also ranked third for chances created at 88, third most passes into the box at 329, and the fourth most successful crosses at 58. Taking a look at this graphic from Opta, it really helps to put that into perspective. Bilal El Khannouss is pretty much everywhere across the pitch. It also looks like he's quite good at set pieces, which is a position which Leicester do need to fill in this season, because obviously last year we had Dewsbury Hornet, in recent years we had James Maddison, but now we don't really have a particular set piece taker at the club. His ball progression is also very promising in terms of the passing, but also driving forward with the ball himself. As you can see from this graphic right here, once again, he's on the left, he's on the right hand side, and I think Bilal El Khannouss is very much suited to that free roam kind of position just in behind the striker, to put it simply. His pressing in general and the high regains are also very good as well. Like I said earlier on, at times this season, Leicester are going to have to simply try and win the ball at height the pitch to try and make goals and goal scoring opportunities. And, you know, from this, 7 dangerous recoveries, if he can repeat that at Leicester, that could lead to some very good chances. And if you have the right people around him, like Fatawu, Vardy, etc., you've got good chances of scoring. So my question to you guys in the comment section down below is, how does Bilal El Khannouss fit into the Leicester City system? Now, obviously, from this graphic, and as I've said multiple times in this video, he's probably going to play in that number 10 spot. But is there potential to play Bilal El Khannouss in that more number 8 spot, potentially against teams around us, the Ipswich, the Southamptons, the Wolves, the Evertons, the Forest? Is there potential to do that? Let me know down below. But yeah, that is everything then on Bilal El Khannouss. Hopefully you have learned something. If you have, make sure to let me know by dropping a like. Just like I said, get involved in the comment section down below. Could we see him in the number 8 position? And just let me know your thoughts on the signing in general as well. Subscribe as well to the channel for much more Leicester City content. Of course, international break is pretty much over now, so usual content will be returning back to the channel for a very big period in the next couple of weeks for Leicester City, when we're playing some, you know, big games. Crystal Palace, you got your Evertons in there, you got Forest as well in a couple of weeks time. So yeah, some big games on the horizon for Leicester City, so it's time to really get down to business and try and pick up their first 3 points of the season. But yeah, thanks for watching, boys and girls, and I'll see you in the next one. Up the Leicester.